phone by Gus Ubaldi, who's a railroad engineering expert. Mr. Ubaldi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Have you seen some of these images? And when you hear the passengers on board describe what they call a loud boom or impact, it appears this train came in very hard and jumped the end of the track, don't you think?
Well, it's possible. You know, I just heard about it. I'm just getting information, but I just heard you talk a little bit ago about this is 4 months after the New Jersey Transit accident in Hoboken, and you know the thoughts going through my mind. My first reaction is the same as it was then. I just read a report that said it derailed. Another one said it ran into the end of the bumper. Could it have, if it had derailed, then it's going to just keep right on rolling until it stops and it'll go into the end of the bumper. Did the operator, again, I haven't heard anything about the operator. You know, is he awake? Is he one of the injured? Did he suffer a heart attack? There's all sorts of things that are going on here. Did he fail to stop? Think of the Philadelphia accident at Frankfurt Junction back in 2015, where the operator was talking on the radio and was distracted and lost situational awareness and thought he was in a higher speed zone. You know, right now there's so many possibilities that it's really hard to focus in on any one of them.
Yeah, and when we talk about train derailments, the concept of the automated braking systems always come up. Is that something that is still being transitioned in on a lot of these local commuter lines?
That is true, and keep in mind that when you're talking about being able to stop the train at a particular point, there's technology that's been around for decades. In fact, again, going back to Frankfurt Junction, that technology was in place for southbound trains and had been in place for a quarter of a century, but it wasn't in place for northbound trains. So this positive train control has a lot of features, but it's not unlike saying, I need the iPhone 8 to call the fire department. Well, yes, you can call the fire department with the iPhone 8, but there is less of technology that will allow you to call the fire department. So would that have helped? You coming into a station is a very short distance. Remember, whatever system you have in place has to be able to determine, okay, I am going too fast at this point. I have to alert the engineer. He has to have time to react before the train takes over. And meanwhile, you've got a 700-foot platform. That's happening all very quickly. Would a positive train control system have worked here? Maybe, maybe not. Again, if there was a track defect that caused a derailment, now the train is pretty much loose.
Right, you can't stop it. If it's off the track, you can't stop it no matter what.
Exactly.
What do you think the initial questions will be asked right now of investigators to determine what caused this?
Well, anytime the train goes on the ground, there are three things that can cause it. Something wrong with the train, something wrong with the operation, something wrong with the track. You always start where the train ended up, and you work your way back to find out what happened, where the train left the track. They'll pull the event recorder. They'll interview the engineer. They'll pull the train out, and they will look at all the mechanical components of the train to see that the brakes were working correctly, the throttle was working correctly. Again, the event recorder told us that in Hoboken, the train was going 8 miles an hour when suddenly the throttle was advanced to the 4th position. The train sped up to 21, then the throttle was pulled back to idle, and the brakes were applied. So that's what they'll start doing. They'll look at the event recorder. They'll walk the track. They'll see where it left the track, and try to reconstruct what went on. Unfortunately, you get things where the operator says, "I don't remember," and there's not much you can do past that.
What speed should this train have been going into this terminal, do you believe?
Probably less than 10 miles an hour. But again, it's like pulling into your garage. All right, you're going to come into your garage, you can pull into the drive, you're going to be going maybe 10 miles an hour, you're going to start slowing down, and as you get closer and closer to the wall, you're going to get slower and slower until you bring your vehicle to a stop. Trains run the same way. And so by the time you're pulling into a station, you're pretty much under manual control. And so it's now up to the operator. Again, maybe this is a brand new operator, this is his first time, and he's applying the brakes maybe just a little bit too late. I mean, that's pure speculation. But those are the kinds of things you're going to be looking at. You know, what was the health of the engineer? How long had he been operating? One of the things about railroading and engineers is they will, you might be a qualified engineer, but you need to be, the phrase is, qualified on the territory. He may have been running between Babylon and Penn Station, and he just took this new route into Atlantic Terminal. So he may be unfamiliar with it, maybe knowing you have landmarks, you have points along the railroad where you say, oh, at this point I need to be starting to take a brake application, and I need to take a 20-pound reduction as I apply the brakes at this location. You have these landmarks that you use, and maybe he's new to this territory and he's unfamiliar with it. Again, we're talking pure speculation here, but those are the kinds of things that you start looking at.
We're speaking with Gus Ubaldi, a railroad engineering expert. We appreciate your time, sir. You mentioned the event recorder, which would be the equivalent of what they call the black box on an airplane.
Correct.
What types of information does that event recorder contain? What does it track?
At a minimum, it's going to have things like it'll tell you the speed that the train is going at. It'll tell you the throttle position. It will tell you the brake pipe pressure. If you think about your own automobile, when you step on the brake, you're compressing a fluid, and that fluid pushes the brakes to stop your car. In a railroad train, the fluid is air, but as opposed to your car where you compress the fluid, with a railroad train you remove the fluid, and so you release air, and that applies the brakes. So you can tell from the event recorder a passenger train is going to have a brake pipe pressure of about 100 pounds per square inch. And so you'll see that brake pipe pressure drop from 100 pounds down to maybe 80 pounds. That's what I mean by a 20-pound reduction. So that means the brakes are being applied. If the brake pipe pressure goes from 100 to 0, that means the emergency brakes were applied. All the air is evacuated and the train goes into emergency. So you can see all these things. You'll see what the speeds are, and you can tell by time
and Gus,
where the brakes are applied.
And Gus, as we continue to talk to you, my apologies, we're continuing to bring you
okay.
live pictures and just wanted to bring you up to date on the latest information. But Gus, if you can stay with us.